Hello everyone, welcome to mathematics class. Previous class we discussed about estimation and approximation. What is estimation? Estimation is a rough calculation. ಹಾಗೆ approximation ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ what is approximation ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is near the value of a object or a quantity or a thing. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ previous class we discussed about estimating to the nearest tens ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ for example they give a number 75 we have to estimate to nearest tens ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we have to zero the unit place. How? By the means of division. ಹೇಗೆ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 ಹಾಗೆ 0 ಇಂದ 9 ತಗೋ ಒಂದು 2 ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಹೇಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ 5 ನ್ಯೂಮರಲ್ಸ್ ಅದು 0 1 2 3 4 is the first division. 5 6 7 8 9 is the second division. Whatever the 0 to 4 is in the unit place, you have to consider as a 0. Similarly, whatever the value of second division from that is 5 to 9, we have to consider as a 10 in unit place. Hage, it is 5 ಇದೆ. It is comes under second division. That means 5 can written as 10. In 5 place we return 10. Hage 1. We have to add to this 7 and 10. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10 place ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ 7 ಗೆ ನಾವು 1 ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 7 plus 1 is equal to 80. So, the nearest 100 by the nearest tens by the rounding of 75 is 80. Understand? Then, today, I have to estimating to the nearest hundreds by rounding off. That means, I have to zero the unit place and 10 place. How we can perform this video? For example, you can choose 121. They give 121. We have to estimating to the nearest hundreds by the rounding of 121. How? We have first step is we have to zero the unit place. In unit place, there is 1 is the number. 121 we have to divide in a place value chart. Andre unit place, 10 place, 100 place. In this given estimating to hundreds. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು 10 place ಹಾಗೂ unit place ನಾವು 0 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೇಗೆ? By the use of division. Two divisions are there. First, unit place. Unit place is 1. 1 is come across the 0 division because 0 1 2 3 4 ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ 0 ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So 1 is in the 0 divisions, hence we can write it as a 0. Then we have to come across 10th place. In 10th place we have 2. 2 is also come across 0 division. So we can also put it as a 0. That's all. Then 100 place is 1. You can write 1. So to the nearest hundreds by the rounding of 121 is 100. The rounding off of 121 is 100 in the nearest hundreds. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಅದೇ nearest to 10 ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರಿ? Only unit place can be written as 0. Hence 120 120 is the nearest tens by the rounding off of 121. ಹಾಗೆ 100 is nearest hundreds by the rounding off of 121. ಹಾಗೆ we can take another examples. For example, 841. 841. We have to nearest the hundreds by the rounding off of 841. That means we have to zero the value of unit place and 10 place. How? By the use of the 2 division. What are they? 0 division and 10 division. In 0 division, there are 5 numbers. What are they? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever the values of these numbers, we can take it as a 0. Similarly, we can 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These numbers, we can take it as a 10. Okay, now? Then, we have to break by the means of place value chart. 4, 8. 841. In unit place, the 1 is there. In 10 place, 4 is there. And 100 place, 8 is there. We have to estimating nearest to the 100. That means we have to zero the values of unit place and 10 place. Okay, first unit place. In unit place we have 1. 1 is come across 0 division. Hence we can write it as a 0. Okay now. Then in 10 place we have 4. We can 4 is come across 0th division. Hence we can write it as a 0. And 100 plus 8 is the 8. That means 800 is the nearest hundreds of the rounding off of 841. Understand? For example, they give 2546. We have to bifurcate by the place value chart. How? In unit place 6 is there, in 10 place 4 is there, in 100 place 5 is there, and 1000 place 2 is there. First they give the nearest 100. Nearest 100 means we have to put a 0 in unit and 10 place only. We are not thinking about 100 and 10,000. 1000. That's all. Okay now. Then unit place we have 6. 6 is come across 10th division. That means we have to put a 10 instead of 6. That means we have to write a 0 and 1 is there. 1 we have to add to the next place. That means 10th place. Then 1 plus 4 is 5. Same 5, 2. We have put a 0 in the unit place. And also we have to put 0 in 10th place also. Then we come across 10th place. In 10th place we have 5. 5 is come across second division. That means 10th division. That means we have to put a 10 instead of 5 in the 10th place. 0 is there and 5. 5 means we have to put a instead of 5 we have to put 10. 10 means 10 plus 1. 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. 2600 is the nearest hundreds value of rounding of 2546. Another example, 5750. Okay, now then we have to put it as 0 in unit place and 10 place for get a nearest to 100 of rounding off. Then we have to place a place value chart in the number. First unit place and second 10 place, 100 place and 1000 place. We have not bothered about 100 and 1000 place because we have to nearest to the 100. That means we have to put a 0 in unit place and 10 place only. Hence, in unit place we have 0. 0 is come across 0th division. That means we can write it as a 0. 0, 5, 7, 5. Then, similarly, we have to perform a same method in 10 place also. How? In 10 place, we have 5. 5 is come across 10th division. That means we can write it as a 10 instead of 5. How? 0 is there. 5th place ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 10 place ಅಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಹಾಕಬಹುದು. 0 ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ನು 1 ಉಳಿತಲ್ಲ, we have to add up to the 100 place. That means we have to add 1 plus 7. That means 8. 5,800 is the nearest hundreds by the rounding off of 5,750. Okay, now we can take another example. 168. First we have to place a place value chart on the number. In unit place we have head. In 10 place we have 6. In 100 place we have 1. First we have to 0. We have to make a 0 in unit place. In unit place we have 8. So 8 is come across 10th division. That means we have to put a 10 instead of 8. Okay, now 0 and 1 is added to the 10 place. And that means 1 plus 6. That is equal to 7. We perform, we make a 0 in unit place. Similarly, we have to make a 0 in 10 place also. Then, in 10 place, we have 7. 7 is also come across 10th division. That means, we can write it as a 10 instead of 7. 0. In 7 place also we have put a 0 and 1 is added to the 100 place. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 200 is the nearest hundreds by the rounding off of 168. We learn the estimation to the nearest 100 by the rounding off of numbers. Hence, we have to learn the estimating to the nearest thousands by the rounding off of any numbers. ಇಲ್ಲಿ thousands ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we have to put 0 in unit place, 100 place and 10 place also. For example, 2573 is there. Andre first step is we have to make a place value chart. 2573. In unit place we have 3. In 10 place we have 7. In 100 place we have 5 and 1000 place we have 2. Second step is we have to make a 0 in unit place, 10 place and 100 place. First we have to make a 0 in unit place. In unit place we have 3. 3 is come across 0 division. That means we can write it as 0 instead of 3. Okay, now? Hence, similarly, we have to make a 0 in 10 place. In 10th place, we have 7. 7 is come across 10th division. That means we can write 10 as instead of 7. 0 and 1 is added to the 100th place. Okay na? Then 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. Again, 2 ಇದೆ. So we make 0 in unit place and 10 place also. And we have to make 0 in 10 place, 100 place also. In 100 place we have 6. We have 6. 6 is come across 10th place, 10th division. That means we can write it as a 10 instead of 6. How? You see, and 1 is added to the 1000 place. That means 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. 3000 is the nearest thousands by the rounding off of 2573. Understand? Right now. Similarly, we can take another example. 55,437. First, we have to make a place value chart to the number. That means 65,437. We have to make the zeros in unit place, 10th place, 100th place. We have to get the nearest thousands by the rounding off of any numbers. First, in unit place we have 7, in 10th place we have 3, in 100th place we have 4, in 1000 place we have 5, 10,000 place we have 6. Okay now, first we have to make a 0 in unit place. In unit place we have 7. 7 is come across 10th division. That means we can write it as a 10 instead of 7. 0, we can write 0 and 1 is added to the next place. That means 10th place. Then 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. Then we can write it as it is. Okay na? We make 0 in unit place. Then we have to make a 0 in 10th place. In 10th place we have 4. 4 is come across 0th division. That means we can write it as a 0 instead of 4. Then we have to make a 0 in 100 place also. In 100 place we have 4. 4 we can write it as a 0. Why? Because 4 is come across 0th division. Hence 65,000 is the nearest thousands by the rounding off of 65,437. Understand? Okay. We can take in another problem. The another problem is 3,499. We have to make the nearest thousand of rounding off of 3,499. First step is we have to make a place value chart to that given number. That means we have get 9 in unit place, 9 in 10th place, 4 in 100 place and 3 in 1000 place. For getting a nearest to the 1000, we have to make a 0 in unit place, 10th place, 100 place. First, in unit place we have 9. 9 is come across 10th division. That means we can write it as 10 instead of 9. 0, we can write 0, and 1 is added to the 10th place. Then 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. That means 0, we can write it as. Then we have to put 1 in the 100th place. Hence 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. Then 3 is as it is, write it as. Hence we put a 0 in unit place and 10 place also, and we can also put a 0 in 5 by taking a number 5 by the comparing with the which division it is. Then 5 is come across 10th division. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು 5 ನ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು, ನಾವು 10 ನ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ? How? We can write it as 0 0 0 and 1 is added to the 1000 place. That means 3. 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. That means 4000 is the nearest 1000 by the rounding off of 3499.